Okay, I hope everyone can hear me. So sorry for that that obstruction. I was having a hard time um inviting someone. Like I was doing, I was showing us. So remember the screen I shared with us, the CV I shared with us that we're going to rework, and I showed you guys all these, okay, and I showed you what it looks like, right? I showed you guys what it looks like, and I was particular about what is supposed to be to make it better, right? So this is what we have, and this is for Favor Namdi. So the very first thing, if I am to handle this CV, the very first thing I'll do, this is in italics, her name is in italics. I'm going to take it out from italics and make it a straight, you get, I'm going to remove it from italics. I'm going to try to make this also have something that will make it stand out. Maybe a color, right? Her phone number will come in, the email will come in. I'm going to change this from objective to maybe say profile, or summary, executive, sorry, I'm having executive, sorry guys, what's wrong? Okay, and this whole thing is going to then change. This whole thing is going to change. I'm not going to have that because this does not make to use my knowledge and skills in the service of an organization that recognizes hard work, strives for excellences. How does this sound, guys? How does this sound? This sounds like every other person. This sounds like what anybody can just write. So if I am to pick up this CV, what makes me feel like this person is different from the others, right? So what is that thing? So that is what you do in this section. You write this section in a way that it makes you stand out. It makes you stand out. The person needs to know those things. The person reviewing your CV needs to know those things that are peculiar to you. Not just anything anybody can write. This thing is so, it sounds like a cliche, right? It does, okay? I'm going to take that away. I'm going to take away data. I might leave, okay, for some reasons, I might say nationality. If I even want to add a personal data area, I might say nationality and maybe gender, right? But sex, marital status, date of birth, local government of origin, state of origin, all those things, they don't have any business in my CV, right? They don't have any business. So they don't have any business. They don't have any business unless requested. So unless requested, take that out. Work experience. We're going to seriously revamp this area. We're going to revamp this work experience area, make it look better, okay? Same thing with these sections. All these things are much and it does not really catch the attention of the reader. What are those things you want the reader to look out for? They want to know. So find a way to make these points you list here something that can get them interested. It's not enough to just put just anything out there. It's important that you put something that is going to catch the reader's attention. is going to be beneficial to the reader, right? Okay. That's what we're going to do with all this section, all the skills and competencies. I'm not comfortable with this. It sounds like what anybody can just claim. They have good communication, good leadership. What are those things peculiar to you? What are those soft skills, technical skills you have that is not just rampant? What are those things that over time, due to training you've gathered, those are the things these recruiters want to see, right, guys? Those are the things they want to see. Okay, education section, okay. But we'll also have to use a better template for this, a better template that helps you outline some of these things you're talking about. Okay, I'm going to restore everything so that it is the way it was before, so that by the time we're done with the new work, you see the difference, and then you see what we're talking about. So you see so right now, remember, this is now what I have done with the CV. So I'm going to tell you what I have done. I told you earlier that I was going to remove her name from italics and make it straight font, which you're seeing here. And same thing with these key things. I removed them from italics, straight fonts, and gave them a color so that they can stand out. I removed her address before. The address was everything, which I find, for me, I find it not necessary because of the challenges we're facing now, security challenges. So it's okay. So far you stay close to the place, you can just put the closest location that they would need to identify you. You don't need everything listed out. There you have the phone number, and there you have the email. You can insert that. Now, the first thing is the highlights. This is the hook of your CV. This is what holds your CV. This is what with your highlights or profile or executive summary, whatever you name it, but not objective, not I want to work in a place that is suitable, that promotes organization-wide. Other things sounds familiar. Other things sounds regular. There is no difference between that and what 10,000 other people will write. So what makes yours different is, what are those specific things you've pointed out? Now, you remember that this lady has a BA in French language. So she's actually bilingual. So her background, I tagged this background. So her highlight, I divided into two because she's not just, she has some level of experience. So I tagged the background, and in the background, the first thing I want you to know about her, or the first thing you will need to know about her, is that she speaks 2 languages, right? She speaks 2 languages. So by the time you're seeing bilingual, not just anybody can write bilingual in their highlights unless they are really bilingual, right? So this now is specific, even if we have some other people that write bilingual, but it cuts you out from the plenty crowd of people that would have used the regular cliche words. Result-oriented, insurance professional with 13 plus years experience, guys. 13 plus years experience. These are the things they want to see. Oh, wow, 13 years, speaks 2 languages. So it means you can talk to their foreign clients. If somebody wants to employ you as an insurance officer or an underwriter or credit recovery officer, insurance broker, whatever, they see that, oh, this person can even work in if we decide to expand to a French-speaking country, this person is an asset, right? These are the kind of things you want to push out for them to see. Now, You go ahead and say handled career positions, including, now she goes ahead to state, or I go, okay, guys, I went ahead to state exactly the places, the positions she has handled, so that when you as an employer looks at it, you know the roles this person can fill from just looking at a highlight. You see that the person is balanced, is an asset. For somebody that has handled broken operations, business development, come on. So it means the person can fill more than one role. If you are a recruiter, if you're an employer, is this person not an asset? Now, the next section I tagged was leadership. And I said, head of accounts and growth units. I went ahead to outline some of the places she has worked. So even by reading just these highlights or the profile or the executive summary, whatever you tag yours, you would know the kind of background this person has gotten. Somebody has worked in Sterling Bank Group. You know the person is not just, the person did not work in Richard Okiasi and Friends. You get, this is a standard national brand, right? National brand. So you see it and you know that this. So guys, when writing your highlights, which is going to be the first stage of your CV, ensure you put out those things that matter, not just any regular thing that every other person would have written. Bring out those things that matter and outline them in a way that it will be easy for whoever is reading to read. Now, this thing, I used a bullet point, or I used 2 bullet points, and within them, I found a way it's more interesting to read. Imagine if I had removed this. Imagine if I've removed this. Let me show you now. Imagine if I'd, come on. Imagine if I've removed this and remove this. How easy would this be to read? How easy would this be to read? You might just start seeing things, but then you easily go away. But I had to be more proactive, knowing that attention span has reduced. So I make it a bit catchy. Okay, please check my background, check my leadership experience, right? Now, let's go to the areas of expertise. I use this to replace what a lot of people call skills. I feel most of the skills a lot of people outline are just regular. Tell me those core things, those things that are not regular. Anybody can develop communication skills along the line, but somebody coming in with credit recovery skills is not just rampant. Somebody coming in with risk management skills is not rampant. Somebody coming with risk advisory consultancy skills is not rampant. So outline those things that are core. Is that okay, guys? I hope you guys are following me. So think of those things that are core to you. What are those things you're really good at that you know, right? Bring them forward and bring them forward. The next thing is work experience. Work experience. Before I go on to the work experience, I hope you guys notice that I have changed the templates, right? Different from the templates she was using before. This is, it's simple, it's a simple template and also progressive like the other one, but it just adds a little bit of touch for attention, and then for people to really, or whoever is reading, to stay more focused on some of the key areas. Okay, so work experience. Now, Alliance Nigeria Insurance PLC. Anybody that sees this company, and for example, the company is not a big brand, the person might be wondering, what do they do? Now, okay, maybe because this one has insurance, you might not be confused. You might just easily know that, okay, it's an insurance company. But aside that, What do they do is the next question everybody's asking, right? That's why it's important for you to give a little background of the company you were working for, or you worked for, or you are working for, so that whoever is reading has an insight. It could be that the company has been in existence since 1980. So for you to work in a company with that kind of roots, that kind of background, it's something. So tell them a little about the place you're working or you've worked for. If they have an email, you can as well hyperlink the email so that whoever is interested can add up. If you were part of a project that wants something, you can also add the link here. And also remember that in your introduction section, which is your address section, you can also add your LinkedIn URL if it's properly optimized. I hope I have time to teach you guys how to optimize your LinkedIn in another post, right? So here it is, right? Here it is. So that's the name of the company. That's the location, Lagos State, Nigeria. That's the period January 2018 to December 2020. Now, a lot of times people write their CVs and just say 2018 to 2020, stuff like that. It looks a little bit fishy. Why not try to recall what month did you start? Thinking back to the day might be too much, but at least the months and the year is okay. So they know the duration. Because when you say 2018 to 2020, okay, when in 2018, it could be December 2018 and then to December 2020, which is a lesser period of experience compared to January 2018 to December 2020, right? Okay, so that's why it is important. Now, for this particular company, she worked in two different positions as team lead of small and medium enterprises for less than a year, and then relationship manager for almost 2 years, right? So instead of separating them in different sections, I gave the one description, and then this is for team lead, this is the period, this is what she did, the general, this is like her general job description, her general job description, and then I went ahead to say, okay, this is some of the achievements I made. The mistake a lot of people do in this section is to bombard it with all their duties. Summarize your duties, your core duties, summarize it, then point out some of the achievements you made, the company made while you were working there, or the team made. It could be a taxing work, but then that's why it's necessary that if your team makes a positive achievement while you're working, no matter how small it is, note it down somewhere. It will be useful in the long run. Note it down somewhere. Same thing with her place as relationship manager. Add dates, add specific details that make it not look like just anything anybody can write. So for example, generated over 100 leads. How long did it take you to generate those 100 leads? Put the details, give specifics. All right. So that's how you do this, right? So you move to the next company, Ensure Insurance. Also give a brief description of the company like usual, and then you get, so SBG. So this is practically how you do for your work experiences. Okay, so I left here because I wanted to confirm from this client, because I would like to take this away. She doesn't need it anymore. This was her NYC experience, and she has maybe the other CV she sent to us to use to make this. She was way uh, um, younger into her career, maybe when she prepared that, and so she has just been padding up or adding up details. So by this stage, this is now not, because the best thing is to outline the work experiences from your last 10 years, or you get, or 15 years, and then, so education and certification, all right, that section is together. So the other section I'm yet to work on, which should also be clearly stated, is certification. If there are certifications, include your certifications. If you have recognition or awards during your time, also include those. You get, also include those. It's necessary. Also include those. So all those things at the end of the day come together to give you an outstanding CV. If you've included your LinkedIn profile, the person could go ahead to check your profile and see what your activity is like online. So for people who include the link to their former or previous company's website, is also a good thing. I did include URL here. If you have projects you've executed that have been published, you can add the links to those projects. So this is what the new work, the new CV looks like, right, guys? This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And this is what it was like before. I'm going to show you what it was like before we made it this way. This is what it was like, right? This is what it was like. So you can see the before. This is before. This is before. I've seen this. This is before. And this is 5-page long. This is 5-page long. The one we just viewed now is, I think, 3 pages. This is 5-page long. This is 5-page long. So there are many things that are not necessary anymore. Have to take them out. So this is the before. This is the before, guys. And this is the after. This is the after. So take out time, work on your CV. I've shown you a bit of what to do. So in the comment section, leave a message. Do you have any question about, is there something you're not clear about? Leave a question and I'll be here to answer. Okay, so I'll be taking questions now. All right. So looking forward to your questions. Okay.